Hello everyone, and welcome to a video that should have come out almost a week ago. I recorded it initially and then had it ready to release, and then I've kind of been busy with a couple of things the last few days. You actually see it right here, the premiere. Happy New Year. Yeah. Premieres 5 days ago. And what happened was there was no audio. Well, we have audio now. So, I'm sorry for the bit of a delay, and I want you guys to know that I'm hoping to step things up within the new and recent bats of stuff that I have up and coming. And first, what I want to sit down and talk about is quite simply this is a New Year's resolution video. So, everything I'm talking about here are going to be my resolutions that I want for the next year. They're going to be split up into 3 sections, starting with YouTube, going into Twitch, and then my own personal goals that I want to reach for myself, and going over the changes that this may mean for the channel and Twitch and everything as a whole. So without further ado, let me angle this back up to this, angle you back more properly, get rid of the spider web there, just getting too many of those, man. Without further ado, let's get into the YouTube goals. For starters, I'm not going to make any promises or goal to be able to start uploading automatically every week. I've done it before, and clearly it hasn't worked out for some reason. I'm not sure why, although I just am busy, I forget this, that, or the other, I don't know. However, I'm not making that promise. What I am saying is that I'm going to try and upload more often. I'm going to try and start with about 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I upload a video sometime within every 2 weeks. And keep it at that. If I upload multiple things in a row, that's in a quick succession, it's not going to be that huge of a thing or whatnot. I will still try to see if maybe I can upload every once a week, actually push uploads out, actually sit down and edit sometimes. But for that, I think I'm going to need to have less streaming going on if I want to focus more on YouTube, to actually sit down and edit while also having days where I can be myself. So, with that being said, we are going to get into that a bit into the Twitch stuff, more close to the end, but it's just a bit of a tease of some stuff that is coming. But yeah, I'm going to try and upload starting with once every 2 weeks. I still try and aim for once every week, but my goal is going to be once every 2 weeks. So if I surpass that and get in the habit of once every week, I'll be very happy with that. And by the end of the year, I want to have been consistently uploading for the last, maybe month, 2 months even, if better, even if it's past then, every week, a video every week. I don't want to push myself anything past that. A video per week is already very little, but I want to be pushing content. And I want to also say that it's not going to be the best content ever. I don't want to push myself to be making top tier videos and doing hours and hours of editing every week for just one video. I want them to be just something, even if it is the tiniest thing. If I was feeling like crap, I have to record a short little video of me going, hey guys, yeah, we're gonna discuss this thing, and boom, that's my video. That's what I'll do, if that's what I have to. But starting this year, I want a video every 2 weeks. With no specific day that they will be released on, just sometime within 2 weeks. And obviously it's starting from the year, so this is the 6th, so it's been about a week since the start of the year when this should have gone up. Next, I want to, I guess this is not quite so much New Year's stuff as much as going into it, but I want better, higher quality videos on the channel as a whole. And I want you guys to know that I'm planning on maybe a once a month video in a couple of different things. I already have planned for once a month. I'm going to be trying to do a Roblox review video, which is, I don't know how high quality or low quality it's going to be. I'm still kind of tweaking the formula and testing around with it a bit. So with that being said, who knows, me? Honestly, it's a who knows on that one. To how high quality, but I do want to be doing some higher quality DVD based stuff where I'm going to be doing these interesting little videos. So I'm going to tell you guys right now to expect higher quality content every so often. It might not even be once a month, but I want to start putting out higher quality content on my channel, not just the low quality stuff I have been putting out, because I'll be honest, it is pretty low quality. Next up in the list of stuff is I actually want to talk real quick to you guys about a crossover with Twitch between my two channels. Now, I've talked about this before. I don't like to do too much because I don't like VOD editing. I find it to be very panic inducing for me because it's a lot to go over. And I'm going to be taking a bit of a needing to stay away from that with some Twitch-based stuff. We're talking about the Ultimate Tier List. For those of you who don't know, this is a series that I plan on Twitch that I'm going to be doing, which is going to be kicked into high gear very shortly, where I'm going to be testing out every Survivor perk on its own for multiple matches in a row. I think it's going to be a really interesting challenge for me, and overall I am excited for it, and I'm going to be posting the games here. So what it's going to be is each video is going to be the 5 games, completely unedited gameplay. It is going to be straight unedited, just gameplay. I'm going to cut out queue times and obviously after that and whatnot. That so you guys can see the full grasp of the game, and then where I place it in a tier list. I want you guys to actually see everything that goes into my thought process from the games here. I can't show every game in the past where I've run these perks or what I know of these perks already, but I can do the best I can. And I want to upload one of these at least every month. It's going to be a long-running series, so I hope you guys will stick around for that. And I might even upload that one as like a side project, more because it is Twitch-based. I may be able to have that as a secondary upload, and not be quite as like once per month type thing. I might be able to cut that time back a bit, really depending on how the system goes. My first plan is once a month. With that being said, yeah, I want to set some goals that I want to actually reach on YouTube. Some actual like legitimate goals. These are not things I control, but these are just like, this is what I want to have, be able to see that maybe I have by the end of the year. I want to hit 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. I don't know why I said that so weird. I want to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're at 19 currently, and I'd love to see that be a triple-digit number. Over the year, if I can upload some good stuff, actually keep people's interest, consistent uploads, I could see very possibly hitting 100 subscribers. It is a high bar I'm setting for myself, in my opinion, but I think it is a possible bar. But I want it to be something that's not going to be like super out of the realm of possibility, but not something that's like super easy to hit. So I don't want to be like, I want to hit 30 subscribers, because I'm giving myself a year. I mean, if I averaged 1 subscriber a month, I'd get that. I wanna push, you know, I wanna push my luck a bit, see if I can really reach these goals, and it also might drive me a bit and get some excitement going on. With that also in mind, I want to have better views for my videos if possible. I'd love to see the views for my videos not be quite as low as, like, the 4 views. I'd love to actually see my quality step up, people be more interested in watching my videos, and obviously watching them. So I would like to see like a minimum, like a lower view count be something like, if I'm going for like 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I want to be like the videos I'm uploading, lowest view count being somewhere around like 10. That's about 1/10 of what I want my subscriber rate to be at that point in time. So if at least 1/10 of my subscribers are watching, I think I'll be happy with that. Now, there's a reason why I don't want to send like I know that views are usually a lot higher than your subscriber count. I want to keep that in mind in saying that. However, at the same time, I might also end up having a lot of people subscribing, and maybe some of the stuff I'll put out isn't terribly much interest to them. So I'm keeping that in mind and tracking that in my own head. With that being said, yeah, I think that those are my goals. They're really not much for YouTube. But going into my last thing, mentioning YouTube, I just mentioned editing, and I actually have a new, well, not new, but an editing laptop here. This was actually given to me by my father to be able to use for editing videos. I've already gotten a decent amount of like stuff I use for editing on there, and I'm going to be using this as my primary editing place. That's where I'm going to be moving all my videos and stuff to, and whatnot. So with that being said, I am probably going to be taking a bit of a lesser approach with Twitch, since I'm trying to integrate a bit more YouTube. I think that streaming 6 days a week with Twitch is already difficult as it is. I will have run into some sort of technical difficulty, or I'm not feeling it. My sleep schedule gets all out of whack, and I end up like not having the time some days. So I'm gonna cut back to 5 days again. I feel really bad doing this because this was a promise of my own that I made to my viewers very early on, that I'd be doing 6 days a week once I hit affiliate, into 7 days once I reached partner. If I reached partner, I should say. But I need to cut it back down to 5 currently, since I'm going to try and integrate a bit more of Twitch and YouTube stuff as a whole into my life and whatnot. I need time for them, and I'm also going to be trying to be more interactive with people, maybe reaching out more to people and whatnot. Sometimes there will be stream related stuff, other times it won't. So I want you guys to know that while I am cutting back a little bit on Twitch, it should not be much. It's only going to be a 5-day-a-week stream schedule. And that's speaking of going into Twitch. Now, I've not been great about streaming in the end of the last and the start of this one. This one's been a couple of difficulties to run into, including last night. My internet was just cutting out periodically. It was actually really frustrating to deal with. And when I've been streaming has been very wonky. I'm not going to set up a stream schedule, though, because my insomnia is going to say no to that. However, I am going to say I'd like to be more consistent at streaming and not have quite so many bad times where I have like these breaks in streaming, or even this wonky bit. I'd like to be consistently streaming 5 days a week, and I also want to say this, as I say, 5 days a week, no specific days. I want to be free to stream on whatever day I want, so that if I need to take a day off, I can just choose which day I take off. So instead of saying we'd be streaming Mondays through Fridays, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or anything like this, I'm going to be streaming 5 days a week. What days? You have to find out. What times? You have to find out. I know it's not the best thing for growth, and as it is a complete lack of consistency in scheduling. People don't know when they're going to want to watch you because they don't know when you're going to be live. You could be live right now, or you're not going to be live in 2 days. And it was just like, oh, well, 2 days just went by, and then he's live again. I know it's very going to be hard to get used to, but currently my schedule probably calls for this more than you would think. Just mainly between my insomnia issues will make my sleep schedule go way out of whack, as well as just me trying to balance time with other people as well. So with that being said, that is something I would like to mention. Now, going onwards into what I want to reach with Twitch. By the end of the next year, I'd love to see myself reach 1,000 subscribers. Or not 1,000 subscribers, I mean 1,000 followers on Twitch. That's going to be my hard set goal. I've had some amazing growth to nearly 500 this year, and I'd like to double that by the end of the next. And I'm setting my bar high for Twitch because I've had such an amazing luck with Twitch that I'm going to push that luck in my goals here. So that's going to be the start of the goals. Is I'd like to hit 1,000 followers by the end of the year. I think it would be amazing to be able to have that happen, and to watch that growth and whatnot. And this would mean so much to me. Next, I'd love to see my average for a sustained period of time hit the double digits of the tens. I don't specifically even care if it's higher than 10. I want to see a average viewer count of 10 for stream after stream after stream if possible by the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this at the start, especially since we're kind of building a bit back after quite a wonky last 2 months. But I would love to see that happen. And I have some plans planned if I'm able to reach this, especially if it's in the middle of the year. I have some plans for when I reach that average. And I think that's when I'm really going to start pushing forth some new stuff for you guys and new forms of things, and really start branching out, because hitting the double digits for average viewers, I think for me is going to be a sign what I'm doing is working. Enough people are showing up and wanting to that I can hit double digit average. That's insane to me. So if we can do that, that would really go a long way in showing me that not only is this the path forward, but it's a very doable path forward. So I'd love it if I'd be able to reach that by the end of the year. And a couple more Twitch goals. I would like to do more interactivity with other streamers. I have some plans for this year that I want to reach out to other content creators that I know of and ask them to join me on some fun journeys, but maybe even do some more stuff just starring my friends, you know? A lot of the stuff I play on stream is solo stuff, and I'm usually the sole voice of the stream. I'd like to actually maybe start playing around with some friends a bit more and have some enjoyment with them. I've planned on reaching out to a couple and setting up games that we are going to have as stream games and plan to stream. I actually want to see if maybe I can bring back an old favorite from the last year that I think did really well, which was GTFO. And maybe get like a proper group for that, or if not, just at least bring Alex back and we do our normal GTFO shenanigans and you get to see the two of us play the damn game, you know? But I'd like to maybe introduce a couple other games in the running and completely. I know that I have this whole thing about like, oh, I'm supposed to be streaming this on this day, this day, and this day. I'm supposed to have like this many games for this day and this thing for that or whatnot. I'm kind of getting rid of that, honestly. It was meant to give me consistency, but I found that consistency is a troublesome thing for me, especially because I can be very mood dependent. And if I'm really not in the mood for a variety game and I'd rather do DBD on a day, I'd rather be able to just do DBD. Or if I'm not really in the mood for DBD, I'd like to be able to do variety without feeling this whole like, oh, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, bro, you don't know kind of like mentality to it, you know? Like people are like, well, I was expecting this. So I am going to be freeing things up a bit to not being quite as fully consistent. I'm going to still be streaming Dead by Daylight as my main game, and no matter what, it is going to be at least a stream per week. I'm aiming for probably multiple streams per week being Dead by Daylight. But there might be some weeks where there's less, and there might be some weeks where there's more if I'm really feeling in the mood of the game. With that being said, this is also going to mean that variety is going to be a bit of a wonkier thing, and I think we're going to have 3 variety forms. I'm going to have my solo variety games, I'm going to have my games that I'm playing with friends, and then there's going to be the content creator stuff, which some of it may end up being variety games that I end up playing with other content creators and building some connections between our communities and whatnot. So you might see some different types of variety in our own variety. Leading to maybe some really interesting things. But I want to reach out to my friends and other content creators that I know a bit more and try and do more connected streams and plan things with them a bit more and be just more interactive as a whole with the people I know and want to know. With that being said, I would like to say that there's definitely some really fun plans that I'm already working on in the background a bit, and maybe some new things that I've been really working on since the start of streaming, and kind of maybe working a bit towards. Kind of fell through because of something that was unexpected to me, but I may try to relaunch it in a new form. And last but not least, for Twitch, I'd love to be able to see consistent payouts for the next year. Once I started getting consistent payouts last year, I think there was only 1 month I actually missed. And I'd love just to be able to see 12 months of consistent payouts. That would be amazing to me. And again, go a long way in showing that not only is this going to work out profit-wise, but going to show to me that this is again something where I might be able to build a true living off of eventually. Even if it's just a minimum, being able to keep a minimum for a year, that's pretty impressive, in my opinion. But with that being said, we move on to the final segment of this video, and that is my goals for this year. Now, I've already mentioned one of them with Twitch being more interactive with people. This goes into my social life. I'm not the most social person when it comes to reaching out. I'm horrible at reaching out to people as I don't want to be a bother, and I don't want to be an annoyance. I've been really horrible at it. From here on out, I am trying to fix this more or less and be reaching out to more people more often and doing more stuff with my friends. As I've usually will bounce between maybe 1 to 2 friend groups, and I'm usually doing a lot of stuff with them and not doing anything with any others. I want to fix that and be more interactive with everyone, even if it means less time as a whole spent in any specific group. It just means to me that I'm actually at least doing stuff with everyone and I'm doing a balance. But I want to be more interactive with people. I also want to exercise more. I've not been great about my own self exercise and health and whatnot when it comes to stuff like that, so I want to be exercising more often. I'm going to start out by giving myself walks. I'm going to try and do daily walks again, and eventually move that into actually using the workout equipment I have downstairs. I'm going to try and looking into proper like workout stuff and actually start walking out. That's my goal for the end of the year. I want to have been walking out and like actually been working, even if I'm not working out every day, at least like once a week, something, some sort of consistency in working out. So it's really simple. I'm actually cut this a bit down from its previous form of the video and whatnot. So at the end of the day, I'm excited, hopeful, even one could say, for the coming year, and I'm hoping that I can reach all my goals. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.